Have you ever thought to yourself, man, I want to start a business. I have an idea. I have a concept. But you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. You take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. The routine that I found myself in. And so I was driving into work one day, probably for the 3,000th time. I pulled into the parking lot and I realized, I said to myself, is this really it? How many more times am I going to do this? And I had to come to terms. I said, do I really want to be an entrepreneur, or do I want to remain a wantrepreneur? Do I want to be an entrepreneur or wantrepreneur? See, an entrepreneur is somebody that takes resources, they take energy, they take time, effort, they create something new, they package it into a product and service, and they sell it in the marketplace for a profit. That's an entrepreneur. A wantrepreneur, which is what I was, is somebody who has fallen in love with the idea of being a business owner. It looks cool on Instagram, but you're not making any money, you're not living your dreams. What I found is that there are 3 things. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you absolutely need to do. Number 1, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to create systems. Oftentimes people ask me, Brian, what was the secret to transitioning out of corporate America? How did you do it? And basically what I said is, I created a system. See, most people are focused on replacing their income, but you really don't need to replace your income. You need to replace the systems in your life that are producing your income. Number 2, you need to be willing to stand alone. Entrepreneurship is a lonely journey. You may be the only person in your family that's an entrepreneur. You may be the only person in your family filing taxes quarterly. You may be the only person in your family trying to get an invoice done right before Thanksgiving dinner. You may be the only person in your family that's skipping a function because it's something that you need to do. And the third and final thing is that you must be willing to face uncertainty. Entrepreneurs face uncertainty. And you have to be willing to operate in the gray just a little bit.